Peace and blessings. I wanted to talk to you all about a couple things that I'm experiencing as I am expanding. So, we all know that there's a different version of us as we move forth in different levels in our life, and it requires just a new version of ourselves. So, as I go through and rise in my goddess and in my consciousness and in my work, um, in my life in general, another version of myself is necessary for me to be able to have the capacity to do what I want to do in the earth at this point. So, I want to share with you about a couple of things. I want to talk about the power of owning your grief and really surrendering that and getting the support to do that. So recently, actually, like the other day, I was just experiencing a lot of things, just with those who have been witnessing me, knowing that I lost my mom, and just really pressing on from that and really not allowing myself to kind of feel it. Because I'm a medium, I see her, I feel her in spirit, but I really didn't get that chance to really connect and say, oh my goodness, my mom isn't here in the earth. And for me to be able to just call her up and talk to her physically, connect with her. So the power of experiencing grief, and not just grief as far as death, but grief in regards to the different versions of yourself, the things that happen to you at different stages in your life. And I did a video talking about how we could go back and heal various versions of ourselves, and also how various versions of ourselves, or the next version, the next level of ourselves, is calling us forward. So in regards to just the grief and feeling that grief, feeling that solace, feeling that pain, experiencing that pain, and really feeling it and acknowledge it, and making it okay for yourself. Like, yes, you did experience this. Yes, this did happen to you. And yes, this is real. Grieve that matter and cry, let it out, release it. One thing about us as far as sisters, black women, women of the African diaspora, we keep this stuff in. We do not release it because we have our strong black woman syndrome, and we're tough. We're tough. We gotta be, in many ways. But as we move into the African goddess movement, we know that healing requires us to really address these things, to relieve these things, to grieve over these matters. So there were things that were in me that I needed to let go, and with the support of some sisters, I was able to really release that, and I'm so grateful for them. And I was able to release that. So and when I tell you I wailed, I cried, I snotted, I screamed, and I released that energy from my body. I had so much tension in my body just from about to explode with this level of grief that really needs to be released. And I'm honest with that it really did affect my womb. And it was just too much in my body, and I couldn't breathe, and it was just too much, to where we know anytime you deal with emotional things, your womb is going to reflect what's going on in your body and what's going on in your environment. So now that I'm in this place of transition, and I'm able to have the time to heal and do what I need to do to take care of myself in my physical self. And as I nurture myself, I'm able to give more and share more in my sessions and in my healing work. So I am my first client. I am my first client always. So it's just being in that space of knowing that as a healer, we heal ourselves, we heal others, and the healers need healing. So we have to always take care of ourselves as well and get the support that we need to be able to be at our fullest capacity, in our service to the world. So as I'm processing that and got, and needed that support, acknowledging that I needed that support, I was able to release a lot. So after I had this release, really, and I got all of that out, I felt so much relief in my body. My throat chakra opened. And that night, I actually ended up, I was guided to grab some of my crystals, and one of them was an amethyst, and I put it over my third eye. And a sister, shout out to Sister Brandy Mullen, and she said, "You're going to get some powerful messages after this." So I put that amethyst over my third eye, and I just started seeing all these power animals. I saw a bear, I saw a black snake, and a serpent is my totem anyway, and I saw a lion. So all of these power animals really represent courage, represents healing, power, moving forward, fire energy. And over the past couple of days, as I've been doing this work, because we know right now we're in the waning moon. As I've been doing this work, and I really connected in Taurus. When the moon was in Taurus, I was really able to connect to what are these blocks in my physical environment, what are these blocks here in my body, and really feeling like I was in the earth. Because I'm one of those persons who, like, I always feel like I'm in spirit, and just really bringing and being solid in the earth and being present in my body. So the moon is my medicine. So I was able to do that work. But so I had these animals that came up, and what they mean, and what they meant for me. Then later on, I had Goddess Sekhmet. Now, Goddess Sekhmet is in my court. I have several goddesses in my court, and she's in my court. She presented to me before. A lot of times when she presents, it's like the goddess of fury, and that type of thing. But understand that Sekhmet is also the goddess of healing. She is the goddess of healing. She's the goddess of healing as much as she is the goddess of fury. And she also comes forth for me to bring back balance. So she's clearing, she's clearing things up to help me bring back balance in areas in my life that have been imbalanced, just because of just life, just a lot. But so she comes here in a way to help me with that fire energy to really clear things away, bring back balance, and more importantly, encourage. She's encouraging me to move forward, to walk with her. So she has been presenting to me for the past couple of days since I've done that releasing and acknowledging that grief and releasing. Now is rise up, and she asked me, will you walk with me? And will you walk with me? And my answer is yes. I will bravely and courageously walk. And really, all the goddesses is a reflection of ourselves. So we have the goddesses outside of us who is really us. So that version of me is coming forth, and then the goddess, the deity herself, Sekhmet, is presenting to help me do this work. So I'm really excited about this, because as we look and see here, we're about to have a solar eclipse in November, goodness, in September 1st. Actually, it's around the corner. It's going to be a new moon, and then also it's going to be a solar eclipse. And we know that Goddess Sekhmet is connected to Ra, and Ra is the sun. She is one of the oldest deities in Kemetic pantheon. So I will be working with her and connecting with her even more. She has given me a crystal to work with. She has given me some scents to work with. So I want to be able to raise my energy up as I work with her, as a petition, as she work with me, and me moving forward courageously and bringing balance and clearing things. So I'm so thankful, because she is the protector of my odds, the balancing principle in the universe. And those who have worked with me and doing womb work, I'm all about my aunt, my certification, and everything through the Yoni Steam Institute. We're all about my aunt, Het Haru, and Het Haru is also being that version of Sekhmet. So for me right now, I'm walking into my Sekhmet. I'm excited about it, and how she's going to be supporting me to bring more balance and protecting my aunt. Okay, so I'm so grateful for her for presenting to me, and for me having this opportunity of really seeing, okay, and understanding how it's necessary for us as women to be witnessed and to be held, to for each other, to hold space for each other, to release grief. And that's not just grief of a loved one or whatever, but grief around a situation, and how releasing that, how it just affects your body. Like literally, I can breathe better. My throat chakra is open. And I was able to now move, okay, courageously. I'm going to move forward on my path to my next level of goddess. So as I've been doing this work here, I've been lighting on my altar. I've been lighting a just a tea candle in a light, in a votive candle holder, and I've been watching that light. So I've been every day. I'm like watching this light, and every single day, okay, the flame is just crazy, right? So I'll have a light for Yemiya Olukun on my altar, blah blah, and these flames are just perfectly fine. They're just high, still, solid. And my goddess flame that represents me and my goddess self, it's just like really bowing down. The flame was bowing down to the east, and the flame was bowing down to the south, so southeast. And we know the sunrise and it is in the east, and then the south also represents fire. So I was like, even the flame is representing the areas, for me to move in. And then also Father Abatella told me in regards to healing, for me to use the elements. So we know that he's the father of matter, the creator of humans. So he's also in my spiritual court, and I've been working with him in getting divine guidance and peace in my head and my crown, in working in that area. Okay, how am I going to do this? So my spiritual guides are standing up at this time of my life to really give me the support and guidance that I need, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So yeah, I'm really excited about that and how things are going to be moving. And I'm just really excited about my healing and my transition in my next level of goddess, because that's what it's about, right? We are expanding, we are growing. I want to have the capacity to be able to support what God is, what my ancestors and what God is having me to do in this earth. Is going to require a lot of energy. So I'm preparing myself. In order to get them blessings, you got to be prepared. Okay. You got to be able to have the capacity. So right now I am in a place of getting the capacity that I need to do the service that I am called to do in this lifetime. I'm not going to leave out this world without doing what I'm supposed to be doing in this lifetime, and I have faith in that in this time around. So I'm so just grateful for you all for witnessing my journey, witnessing my healing, and yeah, I just look forward to continuing my sharing myself, sharing my truth with you all. So the main thing about this and my key points is going to be about really experiencing your grief, releasing that, having the courage to move forward in what you need to do, and so that you can have the capacity to do the things that you want to do, that you're using your womb work, using your moon work, working with your spirits. We got to be able to have the capacity to do those things. And that requires us going back, even as we head now into the dark season. The veil has been getting thinner and thinner. It's getting thinner this year. There's a lot going on in the ancestral realm. But and I've been feeling it for about 3, almost going on 4 weeks now. But we are in that place as we move closer to the autumn equinox to be able to really do some of that work that we need to do. So I'm back in my cycle of doing deeper healing. It's all cyclical, right? So, and also we have this solar eclipse that's coming, that's cracking on September 1st, along with the new moon, and then we'll have a lunar eclipse coming in the full moon in September. So we know that eclipses, bring about change, like they're flashes. Like, so I'm moving with this energy right here. I'm going to take advantage, especially that solar eclipse with connected to goddess Sekhmet and Ra. So I'm really taking advantage in that, and then also in the new moon. So it's just and then Virgo. So we have a lot of energies that we're working with here that's going on right now. So I hope that you will take advantage of this energy, connect with yourself, see what you need to heal, see what areas you need to work on as we get ready to go into the autumn equinox, this dark season, and using the energies that's available to us, using the elements that's available to us. We have this in the earth, we have this in the universe, and we ourselves are the universe. So thank you so much for witnessing me. Peace and blessings to you, womb blessings to you, ancestral blessings to you. Take care.